Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at how to organize, add, edit and remove elements on your menu. To do that, first thing you have to do is log into your ImpressPages admin section, go to the top left corner and from the admin menu, select Pages. And this is the screen you're going to be presented with. Now most websites have one menu, but ImpressPages gives you the possibility to have multiple menus. Now just for the demo purposes, I have two menus here, as you can see. I have the main menu and the footer menu. That might be the case for your website as well. To change between menus, you just click and change, and you can see the elements on the right hand side change as well. So those are the items under the footer menu, and those are the items under the main menu. Let's concentrate on the main menu. As you can see, I already have some items on my main menu, and it's important to point out that in ImpressPages, every item on a menu is a page. So by adding new items to your menu, you're adding new pages to your website. Now I'm going to start by showing you how to reorganize your pages. The menu items on your website will appear in the same order as you can see them here. So let's say I'm not happy with the way they are ordered now. To change the order of the menu items, all I need to do is click and drag the element. And as you can see, there's a little blue indicator that tells me where the item is going to land. And also next to my cursor, there's the name of the dragged element and an icon. That's either a red X or a green tick. And the green tick indicates that I'm ready to drop it. And the blue arrow indicates where it's going to get dropped. Now, if I want to have that element under the contact, I need to drag it so the blue arrow is between the contact and our services, right here. Drop, and there we go, rearranged. And you don't need to do anything else. The menu items in the front end of your website will be ordered in exactly the same way as here. Now you might have noticed that our service section already has a little arrow next to it. So if I click that arrow, additional elements will appear. And those are subpages of our services. In the front end, it will probably appear as a drop-down of our services. Now, how do I add subpages to main pages? It's quite easy. Yet again, I'm just going to grab an element. Let's say I'm going to make About section a subpage of our services. So I'm just going to click and drag the element. And as you can see, the little blue arrow indicates where it's going to land. Let's say here. It's that easy. Also, you can grab the element and pull it back up. Let's see here, back to its original place, and there it is. Now, if you want to make About a subpage of contact, all you have to do is click, drag, and drag it onto contact. You can see that the blue indicator is next to the contact section. So if I drop it now, we have that same arrow. And if I click, you can see About is now a subpage of contact. To take it out, click, drag. You can see the indicator shows where it's going to land, drop, and that's it. Let's move on to adding new pages. As you can see above my menu items, I have Add button. If I click that, I'm going to be presented with a pop-up box where I can type in the name of my new page. So I'm going to call it Test 1. The next option is Visible. And it's just a checkbox that controls whether my new page, Test 1 page, will be visible on the menu for your visitors. So if I uncheck this, my website visitors will not see the Test 1 on the menu. Now, it's important to point out that the page Test 1 will still be accessible to people that have the URL to it or the address to it. It just hides it on the menu. That's it. For now, let's keep it checked. And the last option is the position option. Now, that just controls where the new item will appear on this list over here. And since it's so really easy to rearrange all the items, it doesn't really matter. We can click Add, And there it is. The new page is now on the list. Next, we're going to take a look at how to rename and delete pages, as well as a couple of other handy options. Now, if we just click on any of the menu items, we're going to see some page properties appear over here. And we're going to see some familiar fields. There's title, which is test2. There's URL path, which is created when you create the new page from the title. So you can see it says test1 as well. There's the visible option, and some additional options like layout, SEO, other. Now for now, let's concentrate on renaming the page. Title, I'm going to change it to test2. As you can see, the save button has lit up. That means I've made changes that need to be saved. Next thing, URL path. As you can see, I have to change that as well. Test1, I'm going to change it to test2. Now the important thing about this is that you do not use any spaces. So if you need to separate words, do not use a space like this. Use a dash. It's best practice to stick to numbers, small capital letters, and dashes. No special characters. URL path is the address of the page. So in our case, to access test2, we would have to go to digilogue.net/test2. That's how we would access this page. Now the next option is the visible option. This controls whether this page will be visible on the menu. It's a very handy option if you're in process of preparing a new page, but you're not quite ready to show it to the public. By unchecking this, the page will not be visible on the menu, but it will be still accessible through this address. So in our case, it's going to be digilogue.net/test2/. You'll be able to preview this page while it's not going to be visible on the menu. Your website comes with a handful of predefined layouts. Usually their names are pretty descriptive, so 2-column will give you 2 columns to put your content in. Home is usually a special layout just for your homepage, and then main is a full width layout. And you're going to use those to place your content later on when we learn how to edit the content. For now, let's just save. As you can see, the name of the page has changed to test2, and the button became gray, so all our changes are now saved. Last thing we're going to take a look at is how to delete your pages. As you can see in the top right corner, we have a delete button. If you press delete, you're going to get a confirmation box. Are you sure? We're going to press OK. As you can see, the page has disappeared and we've been moved on to our services now. That's it for this video. Please check out the other videos and tutorials for ImpressPages.